If you think this week couldn't have gotten any crazier with YouTube drama-wise, you are completely wrong, and I feel like I need to talk about this. We started off the week with one of Ludwig's former best friends. I'm going to use the term former because I do not think Ludwig will be continuing his friendship with this person. Watching deep fakes of his friends having sex, and that in his self is kind of like weird, champ. It's very odd. They're your coworkers. I mean, like, Pornhub literally exists, and I think what makes this so gross, other than the obvious, is that he had to pay in order to receive these videos, which is kind of crazy. Why would you want to pay to see your coworkers who did not consent to their faces being used in these videos it's weird. It's weird. And I thought that that was going to be the focus of this week. But I would say that Ludwig's friend, I'm not going to use his name, may have just gotten off easy because there is a bigger YouTuber who has done a bigger crime, and I think we need to talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Seth the Programmer. He is one of, honestly, the biggest anime analyzers on this platform, almost has 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and he just admitted to a whole bunch of felonies. To start, he has someone working under him who I guess he was trying to quid pro quo them. If you do not know what quid pro quo means, it is basically the exchange of better workplace treatment for sex. It's a little odd, and it's a little, again, not legal. And just very frowned upon. But that's not necessarily the worst thing that's come out of this. To preface, let me show a video from my fellow anime analyst, NC Hammer 23.
Yo, happy Seth the Programmer downfall day! He's done! We did it! For those of you who don't know, one, me and Seth have had beef for a long time. He's a bad person. Always knew he was a bad person, didn't have the evidence to prove it. But now I do! Seth has apparently been manipulating, gaslighting, cutting off, and threatening all of his friends and using those little fun words. The person who he was making that Ichigo versus Naruto animation with, Clyde, just posted a 3-hour biopic on everything Seth has done that's just been evil for years. Clyde also revealed that Seth shut down the Patreon they were using to fund the Naruto vs. Ichigo video, and just started asking followers for direct contributions. One guy gave Seth $3,000 to make the video, and Seth just took it! He's also stabbed people like Swag Kage in the back, and there's also R-word and pedo allegations. I guess all your enemies don't have to worry about seeing your face on YouTube anymore. Debate this! Yo,
So basically, not only is he pretty much quid pro quoing his staff, he's also scamming his staff and scamming the viewers from money, hard-earned money that, you know, you guys earned and want to see this Naruto versus Ichigo battle. This is a thing that's been talked about for many years. I remember this conversation a long time ago with Seth the Programmer. And to stab someone like Swag Kage in the back is pretty huge. Because Swag Kage is a wonderful person on this platform. And just to reiterate, this is the most damning thing of them all, is how he behaved online. Listen, yes, everybody was edgy back in the day and would say some crazy out-of-pocket things. But Swag Kage stating that he was also very much destroyed by this. There's an interview that Seth the Programmer did on Keemstar's show, which I will show you, and I must warn you, it's very graphic. And he brags about all the money he makes, he brags about all this and all that, makes a comment which you're going to say here, etc. And basically, Swag Kage says, Keem pointed out he needed help, and then Seth the Programmer, then he says, I need money, which is very false. With a channel of close to 1 million subscribers, he could probably live off YouTube money alone. So Yeah, like Swakage states here, you could take a break for like 2 months to get help, dude. Come on, don't try and guilt trip Keemstar, because obviously Keemstar is not as innocent as we all know. So, Sanji Star is a big person that was involved in anime Twitter. So just because this girl didn't want to send a motherfucking nudes to get a higher position, he started bullying her. Literally cannot believe losers like Seth have a platform, man. Again, quid pro quo, illegal. But then we see this clip, right?
So angry is because at some point, I started like making fun of her for being ugly. Like I used to make fun of her for being like a fucking 5 head, having like a big ass forehead, and she would then like ran to this group of, this is where she met Abraham, a server where everyone hated me, and I would just like talk to her about it like she was ugly, and I'm like, yeah, nice bitch or something. Like I was just being a loser.
Time out.
Yes, I was being abusive,
Seth,
loser,
Seth,
fucking degenerate.
Seth, let me respond. Seth,
oh, this is so me
but
being.
This is what you do. This is what the abuse is. No.
But let me finish my point. Let me
let him finish. Keem, let him finish. We'll dunk on him after.
So what I'm saying is like, yes, I treated her like shit, right? Which is why she's trying to like turn on me at the end of this. Right?
Okay. Well, let me respond.
Before you
fucking beta fucking losers. You beta fucking losers. You always do this to girls. You always do this to girls. You fucking sit there and you talk shit to them to lower their self-esteem, so then you can get them in a place when you can go ask them for nudes or like hit on them or something where they feel like, oh, they like me now and they want to be accepted.
Wait, pause. Seth, before.
But and then they just go back and forth, and you can, like I said, you can actually go watch this. But I do have another clip from Keemstar, which is kind of crazy.
iDubbbz was never in a fucking Discord. iDubbbz was never in a fucking Discord asking kids for fucking news, asking motherfuckers to eat shit and do all this stuff. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
That's not what I was saying.
You are in these Discord servers fucking around with little kids, fucking around with this girl. You emotionally damaged.
He was talking about growing up on the fucking internet. He was talking about growing up on the fucking internet.
Fucking years of
I said the
abuse
internet
and
was different then.
from you, and you take no accountability. You just keep saying fucking jokes.
Those people I interact with,
So the reason why I wanted to play that is because, believe it or not, Keemstar's right. This is exactly what people are doing on the internet to groom and to put females into very odd positions. I'm trying to find the clip. I believe I have it where he basically, is this it? Yes.
Like when I send messages like I should be able to a 4-year-old or whatever, it was literally just like shock value humor because I was like a fucking.
He states he should be able to perform a sexual act on a 4-year-old and then claims it to be shock factor jokes. I don't know about you, but performing a sexual act on a 4-year-old is not very funny to me. I could take shock factor humor. I'm not against cancel. I'm against canceling comedy, right? Stand-up comedians, stuff like this. They use that as shock factor. This is fucking sick. This is weird. This is disgusting.
I was growing up, like, you know what I mean? I didn't. That was it.
Whoa.
Seth, wait, 2 things. One, Keem, can the chat see what Seth just put in the chat here?
They cannot. What is it?
Yeah.
Have you seen what he said? He's literally putting this.
He literally doxes himself. So, and then you could keep scrolling down and seeing like what's going on. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't like Keem. I don't like, etc. But Keem was actually somewhat right in the situation by coming out and stating and just pointing him out. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you're subscribed to this motherfucker, please unsubscribe to him. He does not deserve the following. There's so much other good content creators out there that deserve it. Again, I'm not going to monetize this video. I can't even monetize this video, but like on the off chance that in the future, if you're watching this video when I do have monetization, this will not be monetized. And if you know anybody that was affected by this to, speak out under their, consent and everything, Moral of the story, people, stop sexualizing women and stop being weird to your employees and stop trying to groom people on the internet. I feel like that's basic human behavior that some of y'all need to learn again. That's just me.